Hello everybody, we are live here in the Truth Serum, just waiting for the Deion Sanders press conference, everybody, to get underway. As soon as Coach Prime gets to the podium, we will send you over there for his words post-game. I want to welcome you in here, everybody. Be sure to click that like button, subscribe to the channel. Also, some hilarious stuff going on, everybody. Penn State, James Franklin. In Penn State, they lose again. This time to Northwestern. So, as we wait for Colorado to get to the podium, here is some of James Franklin's post-game thoughts after another embarrassing loss for the Nittany Lions, their third in a row.
First of all, you got to give Northwestern and Coach Braun a ton of credit. We shouldn't lose that game. It's 100% on me, and we got to get it fixed. And I will get it fixed. Open it up to questions.
James, I think you were getting to the point that your team made a lot of mistakes it usually doesn't make. There's a lot of noise out there about you specifically. Are you worried that the team is distracted by all the publicity around you?
Yeah, we have worked really hard to keep the building as positive and close out all that noise as we possibly can. But for me to say that it doesn't impact them would not be honest.
James, to your right, why do you think that the run defense has been so porous these last 2 weeks?
Yeah, again, probably the answer that you don't want, that I need to watch the tape. But at the end of the day, the stats and the results are what they are. And it's my responsibility to get it fixed. And we will get to work tomorrow and probably even tonight. Again, it's totally on me, and we'll do everything we can to get it fixed.
James, do you have any update on Drew Aller, and do you expect that he'll maybe be able to go here in the coming days?
Yeah, so Drew will be done for the year. The reason I turned and looked is I do not release that information until I clear it with the kid and the family. And I had talked to Drew, but I had not heard back from the family before I came in here.
Wow, everybody. Drew Aller out for the season.
A lack of connection, coach to staff to players, and is there an NIL era? Does that change the dynamic after a team takes, say, the loss to Oregon? Has there been a disconnect since then?
Yeah, there's obviously a ton of different dynamics in college football. There's a ton of different dynamics in college football now, but we're all dealing with the same thing. And whatever the situation is now in college football, everybody must embrace it, and that doesn't allow us to use that as the reason. Again, at the end of the day, it is on my responsibility completely, and I take full responsibility for all of it. I hired all the staff. I recruited all the players. Believe in all of them, but at the end of the day, we're not getting it done right now. And again, I own that.
Coach, is there anything you're hearing on the headset when you guys are on offense that maybe gives you an indication, without watching the film of this game, but just overall throughout the course of the year, but also tonight, about why things haven't worked on offense up until the end of the couple times you were able to score tonight?
Yeah, I thought, early in the game we got the running game going. Katron was very productive. Obviously, Nick was able to get the touchdown as well. The early turnover obviously was significant because we went right down the field after the block punt, and we're in a great situation. That was obviously a big series in the game. You go down and you score on that drive. could be a very different game. But again, we got to handle whatever comes and respond to whatever comes. But I thought early on we were able to run the ball and mix some things up. In the second half, we weren't able to run the ball either.
Everybody, we will pause there with James Franklin. Coach Prime just getting to the podium, everybody. Welcome in. Joey the Truth Wagner with you. Deion Sanders, I'm just hearing and seeing with my own eyes. He is just getting to the podium. Give me just a moment here, and I will be able to get that up for all of you here. Everybody, welcome in. Be sure to click that like button, subscribe to the channel. Right now, in a moment here. Coach Prime, everybody, just getting it up here. As we will mosey on over to the main feed here as we have Coach Deion Sanders.
How we doing? Bless each and every one of you guys and ladies. Started off the day getting there early. Had a couple recruits to meet, but before the end, I got this favorite spot on campus. I just know how to get there. I can't tell you where it is, but it's a beautiful lake there and some wonderful seats that face the lake. And I've claimed that as my prayer spot, and I went there this morning to pray and be good with decision making and understanding all the different nuances of the game so I could be on my game and sharp. So I kind of felt in my spirit that the outcome would be what it was. I thought it would be greater, that we would win by 14 actually. Wonderful team, well coached, quarterback made some phenomenal plays. First downs troubled us early on in the game. Defense got it together though. Thank God for the sellout crowd. It's one of the most beautiful things that you ever want to see. Standing on that sideline, looking behind our bench and looking across to see over 50,000 radical, passionate fans. I love these kids and these adults and everybody. That's fan base to life. Barrett got his first pick at CU, second of his career. Mocha went over 100 consecutive PATs, now with 101. He just don't miss. He's unbelievable. We darn near hit that turn field goal. How far would that have been?
57. That would have been
wow. Buck almost got it too, man. We practiced it, and hopefully, we was hoping to get in that situation. Thank God we had the timeouts, and Buck did his thing. First ranked win since TCU. Jeremiah, 10 tackles. 140 yards rushing that we had. Joseph had a great day receiving, 8 for 1, $128. Third down, 7 for 15. Shu, 2 for 12. Time of possession, 30 minutes. It's phenomenal day. I don't seem like it, but I'm so darn happy for these young men and the staff and everybody involved in our program. We fought for this one throughout the week, staying on their butts, making sure we're not accepting mediocrity, because that can happen when you lose a couple games straight. I think that was our first stint that we lost back-to-back games in quite some time since, whatever. Great day. I'm happy. Let's go.
Hi, Coach. Nikki Edwards, Yahoo Sports. Hope you're doing well.
Thank you.
This team really needed to turn the corner here, and you're seeing it today, getting a ranked win. How important was it to come out with a win today?
It's very important. It's kind of vital. Your season could go this way or that way, and the most frustrating part about it is that we're good. And I know that sounds crazy, especially when you say the record aloud, but we're good. We haven't really gotten our butts kicked. You know, I take a good whooping. I mean, I grew up taking a good whooping, so I don't mind that. But when we're losing it with self-inflicted wounds, it bothers you. But today, right before we completed that third down pass, we said, guys, this is it. This is the game. When we get this first down, we're going to win. We don't, we can put it on the defense. Anything can happen. And I think they had two or three timeouts at the time, so it was going to be tough. But we got it. We persevered.
Hey, Coach, Leo Rivera with Scobo Sports. The fans after the game rushed the field. Did you have a comment on that at all?
I love it. I love it. As long as we control our, you know, we don't want to do nothing stupid. I mean, I think we got the field goal thing that lets down now. What you going to do with the field goal when you tear it down anyway? You know, what you going to do with it? You know, put it in your front yard of your frat house, you know, and then you tell it on yourself. I don't understand that. But I love it. I want to see the kids rush the field. I absolutely love it. I mean, hats off to our security team. They do a good job of ushering me in. But I love to see it. I really do.
Any worry about the fine?
Is it a fine for rushing the field?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
50.
50 what?
50,000.
For rushing the field?
Yes, sir.
How's it 50,000 for rushing the field? Who made that a rule? Excuse me?
Big 12 conference.
Come on, man. That ain't right. I mean, these kids, well, we have 50,000 right there. We can chip in. Let's chip in. That's how it was when I grew up. We going somewhere back before you get in the car with some gas, you got to chip in.
$5 a student.
Yeah, okay. Just chip in. Wow. That's shoot. I'm sorry. Wow. 50 grand. All right, next question.
Hi, Coach. Adam Tiger, 24/7 Sports. Congrats on the win.
Thank you, sir.
How big is this for Caden to have the second half he did? Did you have to challenge him there in the first half?
We challenged everybody, not just Caden. He stood up and stood out. He did his thing. I mean, I don't think it was a play in the game bigger than that third down throw. And the standing there, first of all, we gave him a clean pocket. The line, hats off to the darn line. They're blocking their butts off, run as well as pass. And he stood in there and he delivered a great ball. Joseph went up and got that thing. I mean, it was a great execution of what we practice. And I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. I truly am.
Coach, you mentioned Jeremiah Brown leading the team in tackles today.
Mm-hmm.
Just how much better of a player has he become over the last couple of years? I know obviously he was struggling to find his way in the lineup.
Newspapers.com. The past. Read all about it.
Life's an adventure.
Big changes, you know. I love to applaud our guys on defense, but you got to understand, we gave up 240-some yards rushing. So how can I sit up there and clap with my feet knowing that?
Go ahead, Brian. Hey, Coach. Brian Howell, the Daily Camera. I do want to ask you another question about Caden. Just as a quarterback, how big of a deal is that for a young man to gain confidence and get a win like this and play like that?
Tremendous. I mean, because you're looking at your teammates, and if they're looking at you crazy, or they're looking at you sideways, you got to fix that. And he took responsibility. We had a meeting, and, you know, I challenged certain guys to step the game up, and he said, you know, this is the way I played. That's on me. I'm going to play better, and he did. So I'm happy for him.
I do want to ask you a follow-up on something you said earlier, that the season could have gone one way or another. Obviously, who knows what happens, but you guys go into a bye now, feeling much better about yourselves. Do you feel like this is that type of win that can maybe turn this season around?
I hate to say it's one win that can turn it around. We should have been winning, man. And we're still upset with that. I mean, the locker room has a different vibe today, and it's a different challenge given at the conclusion of the matter. But we're better than what our record says. And sometimes as coaching, you analyze everything, you still in that mode, that competitive mode. I'm still thinking about the games and what I could have done better, what we could have done better. And I'm thinking about these yards rushing that we've given up. So when you giving up those type of numbers, that's clock, man. That's possessions. And that's taking possessions out of the hands of the offense. And, I think we got the ball. I forgot when it was, but we were 3 and out. I mean, we didn't take any time off the clock. We can't have 3 and outs, not with the capability of what we have in that locker room. But coaches got it right. We fixed it, and we went out there and overcame adversity.
Ryland Scholes from Ralph Report. You touched on this a couple of questions ago, but you guys have struggled on both sides of the ball in the second half the last few weeks.
Right.
You guys come out, have this performance this week. What does it mean for this team's confidence to come out and perform like you guys did
I don't
today?
think we didn't have confidence, but I like that when you put in the work and you see the results, then you understand what triggered everything. It's the work. It's the work. And they put in the work. And we went over situational football quite a bit this week as well as last week. And we did better with some things that happened in the TCU game this week. We did much better in some of those things. So when you put in the work, you're going to see the results ultimately in some form or fashion.
Hey, Coach, congratulations on the win.
Thank you, sir.
Scott Proctor at DMVR. You talked a lot about the last couple of weeks just finishing games, right?
Mhm.
This week as well, you talked about kind of changing practice a little bit to put emphasis on this is the third quarter, this is the fourth quarter.
Yes,
whatnot.
sir.
What would you say was the difference in the way you guys finished today, finishing the way you want to, I'm assuming?
I think taking advantage of certain opportunities. We had a couple wrinkles in the offense called, and we didn't take advantage of those. But, I mean, we had to get back to the root and start running downhill. You got to understand when a team knows you're running and you still are running, that's tremendous. Hats off to the offensive line and the attitude that they possess. And when we needed the stops, we got the stops defensively. I'm just thinking about we got to do a better job on punt return and kickoff return because we got some phenomenal guys on those return teams. And we just got to do a better job of blocking and holding blocks and doing what's called. Because we should have been scored 1 or 2 by now. We really have because of the personnel that we have. Great week as well for recruiting. I think we had some top recruits that we really want, high schoolers that we really, 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 really want. And hopefully this win helps tremendously.
Hey, Coach Jack Carlo.
My man.
How are you? Congrats on the win.
Thank you, sir.
Kind of similar to Scott's question, too. You've obviously talked a lot about guys needing to step up in big moments with that 3rd and 17 completion, 4th down stop earlier. Just how gratifying was it to see your players kind of step up?
Tremendous, but we still got work to do. I mean, you know, we shouldn't be giving up some of the things that we're giving up defensively. And offensively, we got to take advantage of certain situational football that we see, the matchups. You know, sometimes we may go to the line and call it at the line based on what the defense does. And we got to make better decisions in those type of situations with the ball as well. But overall, like I say, man, even with the faults that we had, we got the W.
Hey, Coach. Heading into halftime, kind of felt like deja vu from the last couple of weeks. Kind of give up the lead. What was the conversation in the locker room, and why do you think coming out you were able to put up points in the second half this week?
Well, we made emphasis on what we're coming out and the attitude we're coming out with. We got the ball in the second half, so we were excited about getting the ball in the second half and going down and trying to do something with it, having something scripted. And we felt like we knew their counters. When we line up in this, that's what they're going to do. We line up in this. When we give you this look defensively, this is what you're going to do. So we felt good coaching-wise with what we saw on the opposite side of the field. But it comes down to making plays. And we got a better job punting the ball and keeping them inside the 10. I think 5 a couple times or whatever with New Mate. He did a heck of a job. We didn't get that performance from him last week, and he was emphasizing that, watch what I do next week. And I liked the way he responded. And several guys responded tremendously. And I'm really proud of that. We made some catches, too. I think we dropped one deep one that we got our hands on. But when we get those type of opportunities, we got to make those plays.
On that 3rd and 17, I just wanted to ask at the end of the game, was there any decision or conversation about running it there and doing that? Or was it straight
we had to go get it. Yeah, we had to go get it. It was 3rd and 17? It was it? Man, I might have changed my mind if I know that. I'm just joking. I know, but we had a good play call. We felt like if they give us this look, we could take advantage of it, and we did.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win.
Thank you, sir.
Jake Schwannis, DMVR. I mean, you had the interception, the 4th down stop, but also 2 for 12, holding them on 3rd down. Just what was it about the defense to have those clutch performances?
Situational football and challenging guys to step up. I mean, you know, you got to understand when you're trying to get it together and you're trying to win games that you've lost, and you're rallying these guys up, and one guy want to stand up and talk. It's hard for him to talk when he ain't doing his job. So those guys understand. You don't say nothing unless you're balling. You can't say it. So that was a challenge to them by their teammates as by the coaching staff, and they got it right. So now they can stand up proudly and profess what we need to do. It's hard to stand up in front of your team and you ain't balling. That's tough.
Hey, Coach. Bill Weiss with the Sioux Independent. I know there's been a couple questions about the second half, but I want to look at that third quarter, which is the best third quarter of the season so far. Was there something specific in the locker room or at halftime that you said?
Yeah, but I don't even recall what I said at halftime because it's in the moment. It's in the moment, and I don't write nothing down most of the time. So, but these guys know the way we practice, the things we emphasize, second half, especially the third quarter. It don't make sense. Not only that, third series of the game, we have been giving it up all season long. And guess what? We got off the field the third series of the game. I think we got off the fourth series of the game, too, without surrendering points, and that's huge for us. Huge.
Hey, Coach. Harrison Simeon, Buffs on SI. The connection between Caden and JoJo Williams has been kind of a discussed point this year. What's your perspective been on their connection, and how did you feel today was kind of that breakthrough moment for them?
I don't know if it's a breakthrough moment. Joseph been doing his thing. We got to get it to him. Man, that's it. Straight up. We got to get to it. We got a great receiving corps, man. These guys can play. And we got balance running the darn football. I think we were, 39 rushing plays, 25 passing. It don't seem like it's balanced, but it is because we had to hit that clock at the end of the game. So we had to do certain things we needed to do to hit the clock and to make them use their timeouts. But Joseph is a dog, man. He was a dog where he played a year ago, and we're happy to get him. And I've been knowing him for years, his family for years. So I'm glad he chose us.
Coach Shane Holcomb, Scobo Sports, you've been open about fighting through adversity recently. Your team's faced it. You've personally faced it just this week. After so many close calls recently, your team made those winning plays today. What does that mean to you and everyone in that locker room right now?
It means a lot. We won. It's the difference, different feel, different mood. The lady want to go grab something to eat. Usually I don't want to be seen after a loss. I might actually go do it. You don't want to go nowhere when you get your butt kicked. Hey, did you just lose? You don't want that. You don't want that. So I might actually go somewhere and eat right now because we won, and I get to hear the other side of it. Hey, good game, Coach Brian. Good game. Hey.
So you can even do 2 more.
I'm dead serious too. I'm dead serious.
John Treach, 9 News. At all levels of sports, doubt can be quite a demon.
Yes, sir.
Did the Colorado Buffaloes slay that demon today?
I don't know if we ever had that demon. We don't doubt ourselves. We may doubt. Thank you, Lord. We may doubt our abilities at certain positions, but as a whole, we don't doubt what we have. We know what we have. That's why we're so frustrated at times, because we could do that. We should have been doing that the last 4 weeks. Like, we shouldn't be sitting up here with a plethora of losses. We should be sitting up here, with a steering wheel in the driver's seat, talking like a boss right now. Like that. That's how we should be. And unfortunately, we hadn't been getting it together like we did today. But thank God we did, and hopefully today is the genesis of us getting things going the right direction and truly believing that we can. Not just several guys in the locker room, but the ultimate unit believing that we can. Great question, man.
Last one, go ahead. Coach, Liam Howard, Scobuff Sports. Last week after the TCU game, I asked you about the mentality and the attitude of this team in practice, and you said that needed to be a point of emphasis this week.
Yeah.
Did you see that in practice, and then how did that translate over to this
game?
game?
It was. It was. And I think them seeing me in practice, knowing what this journey has been for me, and not skipping out on them, I think they respected the heck out of that and understood that I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. I'm straight. I'm here. I don't care what is on the table. I don't care what's going on. I am here. I got your back. And I love those young men for that, because the things that they tell me privately and to me face to face, it can't help but inspire and encourage you. So I love those guys that that called me coach. I really do, as well as the staff who supported me as well.
All right, thanks, Coach.
We good?
Be careful.
Well, everybody, that is Coach Prime at the podium for the post-game press conference. Everybody, you heard it, saw it there. We'll also have the whole video live up on the channel in about probably less than a minute. Everybody, we will be back here tomorrow at 1 p.m. for the Browns and the Steelers. We will see you then from the Truth Serum, everybody. We're also in the process of getting the press conferences for Arch Manning, James Franklin, and Kurt Signetti from Indiana. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody.